freezes just for a minute and it scares the shit out of me. Hey, the thingy came on. I think that means we're live. Oops, I meant to look up the items I want to get. Let's see, we want to get the 8. I don't want to go there. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the wiki. I can't remember what items I need. I'm so sorry. Elden Ring, upgrade materials. Okay. Ah, that's what I want right there. Where can one be found? Oh, okay. I was actually just surrounded by that. Cool. What's up, Toad Pixel? How you doing? How's life? How's it going? Where's my money? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nope. I immediately forgot what I was doing. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No. Yes. Let's leave. It's always a good start. Do not get near me. Hello, Ray. How you doing? How's life? How's it going? Are the levels good? I want to make sure I'm not peaking too bad. I need to get a limiter. Oh, let's see. Oh, we need plenty to level. Alright, let's get the next Grace. Oral skills homework kicking your ass right now. What do you need help with? Let me help. I will help. I'm happy to help with oral skills. Right? Just the only way I can do inverted chords is with the General Electric jingle. Dang, dang, dang. That's the only way I can get a major 6. Just can't sing. Fucking join the club. God, I remember I had a cold because of course I did, and we were having like a sightseeing quiz, and my Theory 1 and Theory 2 teacher was kind of a stickler, and he was old school, so we had to do it in front of the class. And he, like, you know, it was like you're pulling melodies out of the hat. The melody that I pulled, the last, like, 6 measures, the first 2 measures were alternating fifths, and then it was just 1 measure of rests, and then, like, 2.5 measures of octaves at 8th notes. And so, like, halfway through me singing, the whole class starts giggling, and I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This is hilarious. But fuck, man, I was sick the whole time. I was like, right? Can't squeak the notes out. I was so upset. Yeah, it was also out of my range. But hey, what else? Whatever. You know, nobody cares about that. Yeah. No, absolutely. The COVID changed fucking oral skills a lot. It forced theory teachers to learn how to do. It's like fucking Zoom. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Yeah. The only way I can do a minor 6th is the love theme from the Star Wars prequels, right? Right? Everybody gets really upset, but it's like minor 6 is like the one that really fucks up a lot of people. Like, it fucked me up for a long ass time. The only way I get major 7ths and minor 7ths is through, like, jazz exercises. I had a jazz composition and arrangement professor who really, really, really loved West Side Story. And every time, I think it's a minor 7th, whatever it is, it was from somewhere, and I just couldn't. It just got me. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Well, that would confuse me, because I use Maria for tritones. Yeah, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. No, like, I still have a hard time, like, singing different 7ths, but Like if there's a 7th leap, I gotta like get goofy with it. But there was a good half of a semester, one full semester, where I was a jazz piano major. But I'm too disabled to play jazz really well. But I was just drilling 2-5-1s in every fucking shell voicing, and so that's how the major minor 7ths got stuck in my head. The Simpsons Did You Try Down? Yeah. That Lydian. You could also use WandaVision. WandaVision. Right. I'm going through ContraPoints' new video in chapters. I told myself I can't sit and watch like a multi-hour YouTube video anymore after H-Bomber Guy's last one, because it was just like, I wanted to enjoy it, and by the end I couldn't, because I just like I was like struggling to focus. So I'm halfway through it. I'm exactly 1 hour in. Yeah, the people who can hear major 7th as just like a leap from Do to T, they're so fast. I can't. Yeah, the H-Bomber Guy video, the one about plagiarism, is like really good. And then there's the whole fucking Twitter absolute nuclear fallout. Oh god. Hi, Renaria? Let me know if I'm saying your name right. I should do my version. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Oh, near perfect pitch. I've heard, like, when I was in undergrad, I was like really upset. I was really upset that I didn't have perfect pitch, especially like learning about it. I felt very like, I don't know. It felt like I was like missing out, like somebody had like deprived me of something in my childhood, you know? And then like I actually looked up perfect pitch, and then I looked up, like in the process of looking that up and understanding the like the neurology of it, how much people are playing with fire by trying to do that. It's it's fucking, there are some real nightmares out there when it comes to perfect pitch. Some cool stories with perfect pitch, but some absolutely terrifying stuff. Yeah. But yeah, major and minor thirds I can only do in the context of a triad. Major seconds just sound like do re, like you're starting a scale. Do, raw, flat 2. The only way I get flat 2 is it sounds like Jaws, you know? And then I tend not to think of flat 2, I tend to just think of it as T-do, you know? Oh god. I know there's an item around here. There, that's not it. That's not it. I feel like the last time I struggled with this, I was also doing it on stream. Do I have an example of such nightmares? I'd rather not. Last time I brought up those nightmares, content creators came after you. I'm like, okay, we're done. Yeah, I mean, perfect, especially when you're doing like relative stuff and you're trying to learn the theory of it, it'll really screw you up. Because there are now like pedagogy tools to force people with perfect pitch to basically work around it. The trouble with that being that a lot of people... Oh shit, where do I go? Maybe? No. Here. You gotta get used to the haters. It sucks, man. Like I got a lot of criticism from people that I like looked up to, you know. That part was awful. Anyway, yeah, like what ends up happening is like that there are now exercises that a lot of teachers will do that will actually disadvantage you if you do have somebody with perfect pitch. Because then you have to, like, you'll hear it, it'll be in perfect pitch, you'll know what the notes are, but then you have to pretend like that's not what it is, and then force yourself to do it in relative pitch. and it can like I've like it's kind of ironic watching people with perfect pitch fail oral skills tests, but I've seen it. It's nuts. Okay, the item I want is in here, but there's also a giant ball trapping me now. I have no idea. Huh. Let's see. Oops. I fat fingered the D-pad. What do I do? Yeah, that's what she said. Run, Indy. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like it. Okay, I didn't know they were weak to magic. Larval tier doesn't hurt. Okay, do I have an 8? No. We're trying to level up my mimic tier. 1, because I'm bad at the game, but 2, because I'm bad at the game. It's also, it makes everything easier so I can like read chat while I'm playing. Ball. Okay, now we run. Oh, fuck! What about 3? What about 3? Which one's 3? I've already upgraded it to 7 in preparation. Like, this is not a brand new character. I've been like leveling the characters off stream such that like I can just dick around with them on stream. You know? Hi Gaming Dragons, how's it going? How's life? Gotta keep the comedy rule of 3s. Yeah. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. But yeah, I've seen people with perfect pitch really tank it. I've also seen people... There was one saxophone player in my undergraduate, and she's like one of the best musicians I've ever met. And she like was so frustrating because she was one of those people... It says right there, no skill, yep. She was one of those people where like first thing in the morning she could go over to a piano, press any note, right? And then carry that note with her for the rest of the day. And so she like functionally had perfect pitch. But it was just like she always had an, oh my fucking god, you've got to be kidding me. God damn it. Alright, that's one of the dumbest things I've done in a while. Can I just go to the other one? Bad elevator? Yeah, the elevator couldn't read my mind. It's kind of hilarious. I'm drinking from a cup that I got from the last time I was in the ER. Oh, thank you, Pytheg. I really appreciate it. It's very nice, because I don't know, it's very nice. Thank you. Let's see. Can I get back up there? Let's find out together. No. Stay away. Can I horsey? No, I can't horsey. Am I gonna have to run through the whole gauntlet again? The hospital visit souvenir? Yeah. Well, it wasn't just the ER. I was admitted, right? I was admitted, and then on the way out, because you know, like you get grippy socks in the hospital. And so I spoke to the nurse that was discharging me. I was like, okay, so what do I get to keep? And she's like, well, you get to keep the blood pressure cuff. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, they throw away blood pressure cuffs. Like, they're a one-use kind of thing. Like, once you use it on somebody, you just toss it. So I have a blood pressure cuff from last time I was inpatient, admitted. And I have my little water cup. I have little, like, Walgreens blood pressure cup. No, it's one of those, like, super fancy, has, like, 3 lines in it kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, hi, Tergram. How you doing? How's life? Yeah, so I can't use it. I'm not gonna steal a hospital fucking... I remember... it was like the last time I went over to my aunt and uncle's. On their refrigerator, they had the fucking laminated pain chart on their fridge, and I was like, they don't just hand those out, do they? They're like, no. I was like, why would you take that? Like, what do you need? Yeah, so I got the specialized blood pressure cuff. I got the cup with the bendy straw. Okay, with the bendy straw. Excuse me, sphere. Out of the way! I got the grippy socks. What else did I get? God, last time I was in the hospital, it was like a lot of fun in not a great way, but yeah. I'll stop there unless you guys are really curious. Oh yeah. Were those all the intervals? There's an ear training website, like a tool online, and the default goes up to a major ninth. Right? Like, it's fully chromatic, which is cool. I hate the ones that are just diatonic, because that's like, I don't know, it just feels too, like, it's not enough, you know? But it goes up to like a major and a minor ninth, and like outside of jazz, I had never done that. Oh god. But at the same time, like when I was doing jazz, it was like sharp 14, 13s, you know, fully altered, the sort of like tritone sub stuff. Where is the lever? There we go. I'm blind. Was it wrist related? It was not. It was ear related. And I was getting like a pretty bad infection that was spreading, and so they had to put me on a bunch of steroids. And I didn't sleep. I thought the government was spying on me through the smoke detector, and I sweat so bad that I sweat through all of the sheets, past the mattress, and it was dripping on the floor. Yeah. It was a gnarly experience. It's hilarious in hindsight, you know, because you gotta laugh at that kind of stuff, right? But in the moment, I was like, the government is coming for me. And then the nurse came in and was like, is everything okay? And I'm like, she's in on it. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? Like, I didn't say anything. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing great. How are you? Nothing's weird. It's like, would you like a new pillow? Why not? How did I stay hydrated? Because I had the fucking cup. It's one of those big ass cups that carries a bunch. And yeah, got an ear infection after going to the beach in Mexico. Yeah, ear infection. Like, let me tell you, man, I am an expert on otitis externa. Is this an 8? That's an 8. All right, let's get out of it. Please do not alert your superiors, the U.S. government. Yeah. It was a combination of, like, I know that the government can't spy on me through the smoke detector, but it's a non-zero chance. Like, I was like, I can actively remember myself, like, fighting against it. So funny. Hello from Vienna. Wow, hi. Wait, let me make sure I get your name right. Nicolai Bescher? Hi. Would have been at least 200 if I was here. The urgent care clinic, yeah. Made you appreciate musicals? Yeah, there are a lot of people who've like reached out to me like, dude, I didn't know I liked musicals. I'm like, I hope that's a good thing. Like you're welcome. Ouch, Nikki Liebscher. Oh my god. Sorry, thank you. Fight Me, Shrek is the best. Shrek is actually a good movie. I know it's like, I know it gets memed on all the time, but no, it's actually like a not bad film. I still haven't listened to Epic. I still haven't done that. I know I'm letting everybody down. Oh my god, I need like nothing. Not gonna use that. Yeah, but people like to do the whole like ironic thing, like, oh, I'm watching this ironically, you know. And so like nowadays I have to like clarify. It's like, no, I really like Shrek. Shrek was like good.
I'm glad to see you. I found it in you defeated. Make good use. I don't intend.
Ooh.
I wonder if he's in his study. If you haven't all, father is, I'm sure, to.
Okay, let's see. I got a bell bearing. Would you like the thingy? Smithing 3. Nah. Okay. Ooh, we are broke. Okay. We need many of these. Shit. Let's see what else can we get. Okay. Oh, cool. Flail whale. I really appreciate that. That's so cool. Alright, going to Zaymore Ruins. Oh, wow! Hang on, wait. Something happened and I didn't see it. Oops. Oh, my alerts aren't working. Telegram Lab with the 30 bits. Thank you so much. Sorry I didn't see it. My activity feed was not properly calibrated. Sorry, I'm trying to be better at the whole streaming thing, but I'm still very, you know, ass. Oh, no. I canceled. There you go. I was, like, the perfect age for Treasure Planet. I love that movie. So much fun. I was at that age where there were, like, 4 different Treasure Island spin-offs at the same time. So I was watching, like, Treasure Planet, Muppet Treasure Island, some other Treasure Island that, like, we would rent from the library. That is something I do miss, is like renting VHSs from the library. I know it's gonna be like, oh my god, such a fucking millennial take. But I really do. Because that's something I think that streaming really misses out on, is like there was something about like walking through a library or a Blockbuster and just seeing something really fucking weird. Like crazy bizarre. And like going home and checking it out. Why is your voice so calming? I am not kidding. You are literally the first person on this planet to tell me that. I have been clowned on for my voice for like ever. Like when I would sing as a kid and then my voice basically didn't drop. And so I have this like little kid Dipper Pines kind of voice. Kids can't even torrent. I don't feel comfortable torrenting. It's not just an ethics thing. I'm also like kind of an idiot. And I know I will melt the computer if I do something. Okay, do we actually need that? I don't think so. I still love your name, Let Me Game Mom. It's such a fun name. Okay, we are here. What are we doing? We gotta go kill Neil. I'm trying to get to the DLC, so we gotta kill Neil here to get to the consecrated snowfield. Yeah. So we'll have to unlock this map eventually. Oh, we should get the doohickey while we're here. Yeah, Agent Smith, I'm still working on a new video. I have like a half dozen scripts. I've been out of it for so long. I'm like having like a lot of trouble getting back into making a video. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the Prime, Agent Smith. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, musicals and musical movies by extension, in my experience, are just they're so uninviting, right? Because they have so much stigma, and then for whatever reason, musical theater just has the worst fucking. I don't want to say the worst community because I've met some great people in musical theater, but like when you're talking about like musical elitists and snobs and theater kids, it's a fucking nightmare. I am on Blue Sky, yes. I'm doing everything I can to wean myself off of Twitter because of the whole Nazi thing, right? Is it the analysis or the jokes? Oh, I mean, it depends. It depends on the situation. Because some of the jokes come naturally. Sometimes the analysis comes naturally. it's typically one or the other. Like, it's easier to make fun of something that's just really, really bad, like, you know, cats. It's harder to crack jokes about something where you're trying to be, like, really serious and sincere. You know?
Please, no. Dear me.
Give me the thing. Give me the thing. You don't move your mouth. Just give me the thing.
No secrets lie with me, not a one.
Yeah, I've been thinking about just posting something to Patreon, honestly. But I don't know if that's, like... I don't know if that's, like, okay or, like, appropriate, I guess.
And if you should, then please give.
Alright, now we gotta go get the Wolf Archer summon. That will kill us. Okay, let's go around. Oof. And we didn't die. Perfect. There we go. Vienna is following? That's too many people. Are you ever in Austria? Man, I am barely out of my house. Like, I could go a good 2 weeks without leaving, let alone... I haven't had a passport in... Jeez, I haven't had a passport in, like, 13, 14 years. That's nuts. Yeah, no, I haven't been to Europe in forever. Let alone Austria. And I've never actually been to Austria. I've been to France, Germany, Belgium, England. Where else have I been? I don't know, I've been all over. Oh, thanks, Klujka. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right. Oh, Hylio, I still have to check out Epic. I need to. Come to Brazil. Man, I would fucking love to come to Brazil. I would love to come to South America. I especially want to, like, visit where my mom was raised. You know, because I don't know, feels like that would be nice, but it's not in the cards right now, unfortunately. Like, I know I have family out there, but it's like, there's a lot of family drama. And so, like, navigating that would be kind of difficult. Where the fuck is the entrance to this place? From the guy that wrote Rock Me Amadeus. Dude, okay, that sort of like a side note. Oh, I'm in combat. Cool. This is great. This is great. I'm in combat. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Can't find the fucking door. Everybody keeps asking me to, like, talk about or, like, asking me what my opinion is on Amadeus the movie. And, like, holy fuck. I don't know, like, outside of something like Cats or, I don't know, Birth of a Nation, I can't think of another movie that I hate more. La La Land. I really hate La La Land, but that's beside the point. Fucking Amadeus bothers the ever-living shit out of me. Because it's like, it would have taken so little to just put in a fraction of research. And instead, they told that story. It's like, fuck, tell that story, but just have it not be about, like, just pick two other random names. It would have worked just as well. Oh my god. There we go. Jeez. Never been this lost before. Alright, let me rest up, get all my flasks back. File the serial numbers off of that fanfiction. Absolutely. Hi, Oko. It's good to see you. Yeah, I've, like, fanfiction is, like, the one thing I've never really stepped into. I don't know why. It's nothing overt, nothing malicious, not like, oh, it's all fucking stupid. I don't know what it is. Fanfiction is not something I've ever stepped into. And then, like, watching, like, a Sarah Zed video where it's like, here's all this drama that was going on in this fandom, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit, what was going on? And so, like, now, like, I want to see it, but I've been so out of the loop for, like, literally decades that there's no point. It's like I'm so out of it. I just have to rely on like YouTubers and podcasts to explain what's going on. Oh, Raphael, absolutely, absolutely. Well, like the other thing with Mozart is like, you know, especially in the classic music world or the European music world, you're constantly having to combat the whole like Mozart is genius and listening to Mozart makes you a genius bullshit. That like Amadeus I mean, I don't even know how to put it, just floors it, you know? Like, what if we did this times a billion? And it's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that your fucking music waifu is not the cool dude you thought he was. The thing that fucked me up was that the guy who plays Amadeus also plays or voices Quasimodo. There's a Mozart the musical? God. It's people trying to make Mozart cooler than he was. It's like, I'm so sorry guys, he wasn't, he was fine, you know. Is that the guy's name, Thomas Holst? I'm not good with actors, actresses, and I'm not good with names.
There is something I must do. Will you show me the way? To the land of Mikkela's Halig tree. If you of the whereabout.
Oh, Blue Zenith, I missed you.
Thank you. They say
I was in school. I was in school, got a degree.
Then farewell. I will go with the forgive me.
Google Gold von den Sternen. Alright. Okay. But if I don't like it,
Call upon me when needed.
you owe me money.
Fight at your side.
Ooh, I don't like that. Yeah, like everybody always like talks about how great Mozart is, but it's like, you know, if you're gonna talk about him, you have to talk about him in the context of like the first Viennese school, and that's an interesting conversation. But you have to have that conversation in that context. I keep bumping the mouse. JPEG Mafia. I've only heard a few. Oh God, what was the new band? I was watching somebody, I can't remember, and they brought up, oh God, what's the name? Sleep something? Something Sleep? It was a band and there was like a mask? Fuck, I don't remember.
Where the other medallion is housed.
Revered run. Oh, okay. If I die, it's Nikki's fault. Oh, hey, look at that. Google auto-corrected it. I have the song. Oh, Jesus. Sleep Token, that's it. I had never heard them before. And, yeah, no, I literally just, like, discovered them. I was on TikTok. I have a TikTok account, but I don't use it. I only ever use TikTok on Sarah's phone when I'm bored. Because hashtag married life. And it's like I was on TikTok and I've never listened to all of Pink Pony Club. And so I listened to it start to finish, right? For the very first time a while ago. And it's very much one of those like, fuck, I'm getting old. I don't know what we're talking about now. Bro, thank you. Okay, alright, okay. Pink Pony Club, I know, I get that it's a banger, but like I was listening to it and I'm like, okay, what is it exactly that we're digging? How old am I? Old enough, you know. For her slower songs. I mean, I haven't looked at her, like, her full body of work. It's terrible. So yeah, body of work is not a great euphemism for somebody who dresses like that on stage. I'm sorry. No, I've been listening to, like, Baby No Money. He's got a new tune, that like samples Lowrider, and I can't get that shit out of my head. I'm a millennial boomer. I am very mid-millennial. Haha, I know. But I'm right in the center of the millennial generation. I'm not an elder millennial, I'm not a younger millennial. I am right in the middle of millennial. Okay. Are we gonna be able to make it? Only one way to find out. You can't see me. No, you can't see me. Hang on, wait. Base, I'm on base. You can't touch me. You can't touch me, I'm on base. As an elder millennial. Yeah. Oh, who was it? Was it like Eliza Schlesinger? I think, the comedian. Sarah and I went and saw her live when she came to Denver. She has a whole bit about being an elder millennial, and she's like, let me tell you the story of the landline. Fucking hilarious. Kids these days don't know the trouble we had trying to be online. Get off the phone, Mom! You disconnected me. Fucking no! Let me get the shiny. Come on! Damn it! If it isn't Mr. Leitmotiv himself. Al Steve, thanks, man. Hi. Great recession millennial. There you go. He saw me coming. He did. I'm at a heavy load. Yeah, dude, fucking Unreal Tournament and Quake on a ball mouse with dial-up internet. Fucking... I mean, I still play a shit ton of Pharah in Overwatch because of those games. You know what I mean? Marzipan covered in chocolate. I've heard of Mozart balls. Yeah. I've heard of it. It's like a treat. Because it's Austrian, it's marzipan. Because everything in like Central Europe is just marzipan. Marzipan is not a food. Marzipan is an edible war crime. Ow! Old Twitch reflexes still apply? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, taking the mouse ball out and cleaning it. I remember I used to play a shit ton of online Jedi Outcast 2. And in that game there was a weapon. It was functionally the sniper rifle. And if you... And, like, you had to charge it to shoot it. It was like you either charged it by ADSing or by holding on the trigger or something. If you landed a shot, I think it was a headshot or like a headshot and a body shot with a full charged round, the target did not, like, ragdoll. They didn't go through, like, a death animation. They fucking disintegrated. And I have yet to experience that kind of, like, dopaminergic response to landing a shot as I did in that game. It was fucking nice. We might literally not have enough mana for this. This is gonna suck. How much leitmotif is too much leitmotif? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know, do what your heart commands. Let your conscience be your guide, right? Okay, this isn't going too bad. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I just freaked myself out by doing that. I thought, oh god, somebody's at the door. Use 2 subsea batteries. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, fucking everything's like rechargeable. Everything just plugs in by USB. I remember, I think it was Game Boy Advance. I I think it was like, it was one of the Mega Man Network games where, like, the whole point of the game was like everybody had this device. It was like a buddy for them. And then people would fight them having cables. And I remember being a child thinking, God, the logistics of that is horrible. Everybody would have to have the same device, right? Which is already too much. And then they'd all have to have cables and wires and chargers that could interface with one another. And now I'm an adult and it's like, dude, that's just literally people's cell phones and USB. Oh yeah, one of those old appliances where it's like, if it's plugged in, it's on. Oh my god. If you could just leave me be, that'd be great. Couldn't play without your worm light and it drained your battery. Absolutely. I remember holding my Game Boy at an angle so that I could get the street lights going by. Yeah. Oh yeah, no worries, Helio. You know, absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. I gave a presentation on How to Train Your Dragon when I was in grad school, and it didn't reference my video. Ha ha ha. But that is how everybody in the class found out that I was a YouTuber. And then it turns out that for the entire semester, I was sitting behind somebody who was a subscriber. He like knew who I was and everything, and it was like 2 weeks to the end of the semester, and I felt bad. Yeah, because like in that particular class, it was so that's the thing is like. It's funny because sometimes when I stream, I'll have these long periods where like I don't talk, and even Sarah will be like, "Ethan, you're streaming and you don't have a camera. If you're not talking, people might not know that you're there." And so like I'm a quiet dude. Like, you know, I just showed up to class, just sat down and nodded, shook my head. You know, I'm very to myself. Not like in a rude way. It's just how I'm wired, right? Stuff's happening on screen. Yeah, but then it looks like you're just watching footage on YouTube. Anyway, so yeah, so what happened was it was that professor's last semester. He was retiring, and this professor had an illustrious career. One of those guys where you're just like, fuck, I wish I could have a career half as good as that. There is a composer, and I don't want to say names here because I don't want some psycho who watches the VOD to find that professor and harass him. There's a composer whose name is in textbooks, whose name is well known, right? And while that composer was alive, this professor had done so much work analyzing and discussing this composer's work that my professor was like friends with him and like went over to their house for dinner kind of thing. It was a whole thing. It was really cool. Anyway, so the way it goes is he was talking about how we had like a month left of the semester, and he was like, "Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do after I retire. I'll take this or that." And then like at one point he jokes and he was like, "Oh, I'll start a blog post maybe, or blog post." I was like, maybe I'll start a blog. Are you not gonna let me get my stuff? Okay, fine. And you know, just to be funny, because he was like handing us back our homework, I was like, well, if you want to start a YouTube channel, let me know. And he goes, oh yeah, I guess you know all about that, right? And so the people in front of me were like, oh, do you have a YouTube channel? And I understand, right? Everybody in a music department has a Twitter account, a YouTube account, a Spotify, a SoundCloud, right? Everything. The idea being that like everybody's constantly uploading all of their material, and it's really a place for your grandma to see you play, right? And so I'm like, oh yeah, no, I make YouTube videos. Like, oh, what's your channel called? I'm like, oh, Sideways. The dude turns around and he's like, what? I was like, yeah, it's a YouTube channel. Why? And like he breaks out his phone and he opens his YouTube account. He's like, I've been subscribed, I've been following you. And so I open up my phone and like the way that the thing is like I have to prove to people that I'm me because it's so easy to just fake it, right? And so I have to break out like my Twitter or like the YouTube Studio app where you can actually see what's going on. And so like I broke that out and he was just like, holy shit, yeah. So yeah, that was how I got found out in that class. Yeah. Seek reimbursement for the hours of figured base. The whole point of figured base is to make counterpoint easier to understand. So if your teacher's not teaching you species counterpoint, well, you're not going to get the payoff from figured base, right? Because you're not going to be like, oh man, I really wish I could improvise in the style of an 18th century composer from Vienna. No offense, right? Like, I know I'm not. YouTuber stolen valor. Fuck, man. Between that and like the plagiarism stuff, I mean, yeah. I actually found a TikTok of somebody pretending to be me, and it had like 13 likes, and I'm like, no, this is too funny to take down. I want people to think that I'm 19 and blonde. That's amazing. Vienna left the chat. Absolutely. There you go. Whenever people talk about like classical music, I always like drift to Viennese music, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, I know Mozart, Beethoven, Haydn, which is the first Viennese school, and then I bring up the second Viennese school, and they're like, oh wait, I don't like this. You had a whole course called figured bass? That's so fucking stupid. Screen Crush. I don't know Screen Crush. Screen Crush. Huh. Shit, I'm gonna have to check them out. Don't you like mention being over in your 30s in your videos? I brought up when I turned 30 in my videos. Because I was like, well, I turned 30, I'm no longer fun. What is the most important technique to understand when it comes to composing? I'm gonna hit you with one of those like trick answers because it's genuinely how I feel. There is no single technique. Like, you might say like, oh, you gotta learn really well. Jesus Christ. You have to learn to listen very well, right? Listen to pieces of music and do your best to really pay attention to what people are doing. But in the end of the day, it is so varied. It depends on what you're doing, who you're doing it for, why you're doing it that way. I'm not kidding, 1,500 questions you can ask, you know? Alright, this mausoleum always fucks me up. Just let me get to the safe spot. This character's wearing a scorpion charm to do more magic damage, but he gets hit harder, you know? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, now we get a dragon smithing stone. Yay! That's not it.
Sister of ours, let the birthing droplet in and create life. For us. For all the Albinorics.
That's a lot of chainmail when you think about it.
I find
Yeah! Oh, it's somber. Ah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's see. Okay, what is the easiest way to get to where I want to go? Probably from here. That might suck, though. Girl is yoked from carrying 60 pounds of chainmail every day. Favorite compositional technique aside from leitmotif? I mean, associative techniques in general, but I'm a big fan of, like, especially in terms of, like, theory and the analysis of it, and this is related to leitmotif. This is the non-associative version of it. Motivic and thematic transformation. So if you look at, like, Brahms and Liszt, Brahms and Liszt, Jesus! If you look at Brahms and Liszt, Brahms does motivic transformation very well, Liszt does thematic transformation very well. And in, like, the common practice period, or the Western European canon, those two are the guys who do that I really like to look at. The other thing, and this is more analytically, is there is a composer by the name of Dalla Piccola who does some really cool things with, like, serialism and integrated serialism, or integral serialism, however you want to word it, and just 12-tone technique in general. And he actually manages to create some fascinating, and I mean fascinating, like, late romantic symbolism and associativity, and just your good old-fashioned Peircean semiotics with whatever text he's working with. Which is great, because so many people like to flex whenever they're talking about the Second Viennese School. It's like, oh, it takes so much work to think about it and work it out, and oh my god, I'm so fucking smart. Especially if, like, you're a little bit older. During the 60s and 70s, it was, like, the thing. And so for someone like Dalla Piccola to come along and be like, hey, you can actually make this really cool, it's like, oh fuck, he's actually writing music. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Like, and that's a huge part of the conversation. Schwarzenpoo, if I'm getting that right. It's the what the fuck? Why am I dismounting? It's the whole like the conversation about the difference between music theory, musicology, ethnomusicology, organology. You know, all these different fields that aren't really that different. Where the fuck is she? She's gonna come up out of nowhere and kill me. Okay. Oh, this is... Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm dead. Yep. Okay. 2-shot. Awesome. If you were asked to compose a score for a film, what genre of film would entice you? Wow. What genre of film would entice me? I mean, it's not really a genre, but animated. You know? Yeah, like a lot, like that's the thing, and it's like it's so systemic that trying to fight it can get really difficult and really like exhausting. Like a lot, like, you know, especially because I had like a pedagogy class. I had a whole class about teaching music theory and what that entails. And a lot of it is like, in order to maintain accreditation, you have to teach specifically from the textbook. You know, like a specific textbook or a collection of 3 or 4, and then it's like, okay, well, you know, like you're saying, there are not a lot of people nowadays who need to understand and realize figured bass in real time. Like, that's just not, it's just not valuable. This is not going to go well for me. I'm dead. This sucks! Shit! God damn, that's not fair. Adult film. No, like an animated film. Yeah, there's, I mean, the fuck, man, I could talk for hours about, like, classical music elitism. And it's difficult because then, like, a lot of those teachers get frustrated because they see themselves becoming obsolete. And instead of, like, being cool about it and setting space for the next generation, they just get really bitter. You know, so they get frustrated in a meeting when they get their funding cut because they're teaching things that don't matter anymore. And so instead of being an adult about it, they go and take it out on all their students. I've seen it happen 1,000 times. Did I say adult? I meant animated. Jesus Christ. God damn it. I know it's designed this way on purpose, but this place is a fucking maze. I did say animated? Okay, thank you. I misspeak all the time. It's one of the, like, it's, like, genuinely, right? It's one of the reasons I hate, not hate, that's not the right word. That's, like, a perfect example of what I'm talking about. It's, like, I'm not good at live speaking or streaming. Because, like, the difference is that if you're, like, streaming or giving a presentation or just, you know, like, just speaking live, right, whatever you say, that's it. As soon as it comes out of your mouth, you've sent it out into the ether, and it becomes fact or whatever, right? But when you're like writing an essay or making a video or like working on a project, you can put out an idea, look at it, really reflect on how it makes you think and how it makes you feel, and then, you know, revisit it, try it again, be like, no, I actually like it in XYZ way. You know what I mean? And so that's the thing, is it's like I'll stream and I'll say the dumbest thing you've ever heard, but it's also like, that's not something that I would mean. If you want to know what I think and what I mean, you got to give me time to write it, rewrite it, cry about it, you know, think it over a couple dozen times. Oh man, I could talk. What the fuck hit me? I killed myself. I killed myself. I killed myself. Okay. Oh, that's fine. I'm enjoying this. Oh. Man, if you gave me a week, I could tell you all of my feelings about like classical music and not repeat myself once. None of them are particularly kind. It's just, it's really funny because like when you're somebody who's like not trained, it's so easy for a lot of the academics to just have that defense mechanism where it's like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about because you don't appreciate it. You don't get this and that, and you're just not educated. You're one of those pores, you know, something like that. And so when I come out here with a master's degree, and I'm like, no, I'm well educated on the topic, I still think you're wrong. You can watch their brain short circuit. It's kind of wild. Don't hit me. Thank you. Oh, he's waiting so patiently. Nope, not anymore. Maybe? I need more stamina badly. Hey! Hey, don't be a weenie. Oh! Shit! Okay. He's gonna bleed. Shit! Use the tree! Fuck me! Okay. Why are you suddenly doing this? Maybe? Yeah, we got him. Okay, that sucked a lot. Holy shit! Yeah, I am the sideways. Serialism, classic music rant, yeah. There you go. There you go. You found it. Oh. No, there's genuinely 1,500 things I could talk about with classical music and jazz. That's the one that always trips people up. It's like, hold on, wait. And it's like, no, jazz, a very specific kind of jazz, but jazz. And like 2 or 3 schools. And just just really tear them apart. I don't know if that's fair, but I would love to do it. No, you see, I can't. Like, that's the thing about, like, the discussions on the internet is, like, okay, say that there's somebody out there who makes a video. I'm gonna, hang on, wait. I gotta make something up so that I don't offend anybody. Right? Say that you have somebody making a video, okay, and they are defending trans people. Right? That's good. Right? Say it's like a 4-hour video talking about, you know, trans people and trans ideologies and the history of LGBTQ stuff and all the rainbow flag goodness. And in the end of the day, the whole point of the video is to, you know, make trans people feel more seen, more included, and, you know, maybe some people who had some transphobia in their head, maybe, you know, they sit down and they got to think about it. Okay, right? But let's say that halfway through that video, they take a minute and go, Mozart was trans, and because Mozart is trans, he was a genius and therefore was the best composer of all time, right? That's the part of the video where I have a fucking stroke, right? This is a made-up video. Nobody made this video. I'm not saying anybody made this video, right? Make that very clear. This is a for instance. That was not very kind, sir. Okay, so say that happens, right? I would love to reach out to that content creator and be like, hey, oh Jesus, be like, hey, this is wrong, right? Not only is this wrong, this is actually kind of harmful. Like, for you to say stuff like that, you're perpetuating a lot of, oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, back to our story. Back to the story. So there's this video, very positive, very left-leaning, obviously, you know, progressive, all about trying to make the world a better place. Halfway through it, you hear the most dog shit take about music, and it's perpetuating a lot of really harmful stereotypes, really harmful myths. It's doing a lot of damage to the world. Like, it's not just, oh, you got someone's the year of someone's birth wrong, right? You're actually saying stuff that's going to make people cry and otherwise cause harm, right? I would love to be able to just talk to that content creator and be like, hey, here's where, like, some problems have arisen. But what happens is that if you, like, go to them publicly, what it turns into is you are criticizing their video. And that's kind of a fair response from them to be like, no, fuck you, go away. Because if you make that kind of video, you're going to be inundated with 1,500 Ben Shapiro, Andrew Tate, Elon Musk fanboys, right? You know, if you sit here and make a 4-hour video talking about being trans positive, you're gonna get slammed. And so it makes sense to be a little paranoid, right? But then again, you'll see this massive knee-jerk response from people being like, oh, he's criticizing a 4-hour video about trans people, he must hate trans people, right? And it's like, no, love the cause, very good, just this one part about music was very bad. And then it turns into like a really bad shit-flinging contest where everybody's trying to, like, farm clips for LSF or something. It was like, oh, so-and-so said he didn't like trans people, oh, this and that. And it's like, no. I don't think Mozart's a genius. Very different. Very okay with the whole rainbow flag, everything. Very cool with it. And so, like that has happened so many times. I have literally lost count. Like, I have lost track of how often that happens. And it makes, like, having conversations online very difficult. I went the wrong way. The essentialisms of cancellation, yeah. And that's the other thing is like, and this is just a part of growing up, but like, I went to school, I learned a lot of stuff, you know. It's like, I'm not necessarily gonna go so far as to say that I was definitely wrong in certain parts of some videos that I've like corrected in the description, but now it's like, oh yeah, my opinion has slightly changed, but I feel it's become more refined, you know, and that's just natural. And so yeah, it gets really everything. Let's see. Okay, we have a shit ton of runes, but we're not going to spend them because we're going to do something stupid. Yeah, I know, right? People grow and change, that can't be true. Okay, now we got what? Made it. Well, yeah, I mean, like, I love ContraPoints' content, like, a lot, but I went on r/breadtube, you know, haven't been there in fucking ages, but I was like, huh, like, I saw Contra uploaded, and she was, like, the queen of breadtube. I don't know if she would be happy with me saying something like that if she found out, but that was a community that definitely worshipped the ground she walked on, or at least I thought so, because I went to r/breadtube, and like moderators had to lock the post because people were like just tearing her apart. It's like, that's so not cool. Breadtube, like bread, like, yeah. Sorry. Have I checked out FD signifiers? I've seen some of them. I can't say I am super familiar with their content. I want to say that, like, FD signifier was one of those where I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to watch this when I have the time. And, like, a lot of the stuff I wanted to see was, like, while I was in school. And it's like, I've like, literally got to do other stuff. I'm sorry. Well, that was weird. Oh, this is going to suck. No. I'm not saying that Contra made a bad point in the last video. I was talking about a hypothetical video. Right. And then somebody brought up that Contra had a new video and that I've seen the first half of it so far. No. Didn't say anything like that. See, and those are like the things you have to worry about with like being online. It's like, hang on. No. I didn't say this. I didn't say that. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm not really educated enough when it comes to like the finer points of like the philosophy of certain political institutions, you know? Like it's just not my area of expertise. And so like there's a lot in her videos where I'll just sit down and be like, oh shit, like I'll literally will learn a lot. Oh, wait, I shouldn't be stepping in that. Yeah, Raphael, go for it on, like, Twitter or something like that. No! Oh, come, I swear, it's not me! But yeah, no. Yeah, no. It's so easy to misunderstand people without context. And then that's what I was saying, right? Where it's like, especially if you're somebody who's more familiar with, like, long-form content where you get to, like, sit down and revise it over and over again, like, it will be, like, you won't have to try that hard. It would be extremely easy to get me to say something that sounds bad, right? But it's not something I would ever put in, like, a paper or, like, want to publish or put in a YouTube video because it's not really how I feel. I'm just sitting here, like, mulling ideas over. So, like, I would be, like, for that reason, I would be a terrible debater, right? Unless it was like, hey, you know, this week you're gonna write 5 pages and it's gonna be public and we're all gonna sit down and think about it, and then, you know, the next week I'm gonna write 5 pages and it's gonna be more of like a formal response, cause yeah, just like on the go. It's like, no, I gotta like sit down in a dark room with a whole bunch of books and be like, okay, hang on, wait, how do I actually feel about this and why? Yeah, like the way diss tracks used to be. That's not a bad way to put it, honestly. Because that's how it is in academia, and it can get really bad. It gets a lot of like response to response to response to response kind of stuff. I'm not super up to date on the Kendrick Lamar Drake stuff. I do know that Drake is like allegedly done a bunch of like pedophilic and creepy things, like very anti-Drake. But again, in the bathroom, if you must know, watching TikToks about what's going on with like Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and then like the same guy I was watching also talked about P. Diddy and what's going on with his court cases. And it's like, shit, dude, that's some like heavy stuff. Innuendo Studios. I want to say I've seen some of Innuendo Studios videos. Does Innuendo Studios do the videos that are like animated and it's like the alt-right playbook? Is that... Because if that's the case, I've definitely seen them where it's like, oh, this is what a dog whistle is. This is what, like, the card says whoops, or things like that. I'm gonna have to go, like, I can't remember the last time, and this is no offense to him, this is my failing. I can't remember the last time I went out and, like, pursued an FD signifier video, or, like, saw his channel. So I'm gonna, when I get off stream, I'm gonna have to, like, open it up, get a couple videos out in tabs, and then, like, run some mythics while watching them or something. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. Innuendo Studios. All right. Sorry, I'm really like. Ask Sarah. I'm like mostly face blind, right? Which is, you know, already a weird thing. Like I have a really hard time. Like if somebody gets a haircut, they're completely different. I don't recognize them. You know. Yeah, like if somebody gets a haircut or if they get glasses, I can't recognize them. It's just my brain doesn't work that way. I'm not going the right way. But then also like with people's names, and so that makes it facial aphasia. There you go. It's so there's also like stuff with people's names. Like I have a really hard time remembering people's names. You know, we're all built different. We all have our own, you know, checks and bonuses. I'm really bad at forgetting things, you know. I would say that's an advantage. It's a mixed bag. Anyway, so like on Twitter and like Blue Sky especially, but also YouTube, if somebody changes their name or if they change their profile picture, I have a hard time recognizing them just on like the YouTube homepage. Right? I have to like, and it'll be like, oh man, I haven't seen them in a while, and then like I'll manually look them up. I'll manually look them up, and then it's like, oh, they changed their stuff. I have been seeing them around. I just didn't recognize it. Like if you change your name and your profile picture, like it doesn't matter what your handle is. It doesn't matter if your thumbnails are the same. I'm gone. I'm totally fucking gone. This cut is built different. Just like busting through the front door, like, what's up, bro? I respect. Yeah. God damn it! Sideways ain't loyal. Like it happens with it happens like with my wife. Like if you ask me to think of like what Sarah looks like, I think of Facebook pictures, you know. Sorry, I can't click on YouTube links, especially when I'm streaming. Everything will just explode. But yeah, like I'll think of like a Facebook picture. And like if Sarah and I are like messaging on Facebook, because we'll use it as like an IM if I'm not near my phone. If she changes her profile picture, which like it's totally okay to do. Like it's not. I'm not saying don't change your profile pictures. But like she'll do that if she messages me for the first 2 or 3 days. I'll be like, wait, who's talking? Yeah, no, I'm just weird like that. So yeah, so like it's been a weird thing online where I've just literally I've literally stopped watching people because they've like dyed their hair or changed their handle, and it's like something that I have to work around. It's wild. Changing your profile picture, is it ableist? It's like, yeah. That's one of those things I'd really like if I ever do a face reveal, you know, it would be one of those things where it's like, oh wow, he can there's actually a lot of slurs he can say. Oh shit. You know, like everybody who's ever made fun of me would be like, wow dude, I can't believe you'd say that about someone like me. God, that's just that's so not okay. It's so not okay. It's just, I'm really hoping that you can maybe like search yourself, take a minute and really learn about yourself, okay? Alright, where's the grace? Oh god. I might just go to the church, which is what I'm trying to do. Dogs be gone. Let's just go to the church. It'll be easier. Memory and imagination. Oh, my imagination is super fucking vivid. Like, it's like, oh, can you do the rotating apple thing? Like, yeah, like, absolutely, dude. I used to, like, do all kinds of puzzle solving without touching the pieces kind of thing. And then my parents would be like, oh, okay, he's autistic. And so then they get me tested, and I was, like, not autistic. And they were like, well, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, is that okay? Like, can we say that? I've been tested for autism so many times I've literally lost count. And they all came back like not just like maybe he's a little spicy, but just like no, just definitively neurotypical. It was so weird. Dude, absolutely. Like if you see me as a fucking neckbeard, you're on it. You know, if I put on the right clothes and I have the right expression, you can ask Sarah this, she'll love it. I can pull off the PS2 Hagrid look. That ContraPoints doesn't do video on Counterpoint. Okay, so that's the thing about Counterpoint, is like Counterpoint's really scary because it's much less analysis and it's much more like mathematical. So if I was gonna do like a Counterpoint video, or if I was gonna do like a live stream where I teach about Counterpoint, I would have to have everything written out and triple checked so I don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? Because it's so easy to make a mistake, and the thing with Counterpoint is that your mistakes are compounding. So if you make a mistake on measure 3 and you get to measure 20, you have to erase everything. You know, and then it depends on what species you're talking about too. Like, you know, it could get bad. It could get bad. Lots of slurs you can say. I'm very disabled. I'm also very disabled. I'm not very disabled, but I have like physical disabilities. I have a hard time getting around. I have some. I don't want to say anything that like makes it easy to recognize me out in public, right? But I have some tools to assist me walking, right? I'm also like in and out of the hospital a lot. Also, I'm
Please continue.
like when I was in school, people used to call me like a half caste or a half breed. And so like my mom is Chilean, but my grandmother is native. And so like that's something that like not a lot of people know, and not something I like talk about necessarily that often. And then I come from a family of people with like met with like mental health issues to the point where it's like we're kind of our own community. So it's like it's a lot. Species is a species counterpoint. It's a specific style. No, it's a way. What is counterpoint? How do you explain counterpoint super quickly? It was a way of thinking that basically led us to the way that the Western European Common Practice period functioned in terms of the way that they viewed theory. No, yeah, like both of my siblings are autistic. My dad was the victim of a TBI when he was in his 20s, traumatic brain injury. My mom is ESL. You know, I have all kinds of little things there where it's like, oh wait, hang on. This dude is not a turkey sandwich, you know what I mean? Deep music theory, yeah, it like, yeah, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Because I don't want to lead you on and have it be like, oh, that's what music theory is, like, definitively, you know. Yeah, kids can be pretty rough. Yeah, no, there's just it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, so figured base is like a really great way to visualize how Europe transferred from counterpoint during like the medieval and the Renaissance period into what became the common practice period with the Baroque, with, you know, your block chords, and that's what figured bass does. And that's why figured bass is like kind of important to teach, because it literally bridges the gap from one to the other. Yeah, music can actually be analyzed differently depending on where you are and who you're talking to. I know, it's wild. Where is this guy? There you go. And that's what happens when you're crazy overleveled. I'm going for the flask tier that makes it so that Moog doesn't like one-shot you. Where is he? Where's the friend? Oh god, did I kill him too fast and now he's not going to show up? Everything auditory revolves around Vienna. That's a good question to ask yourself. It's like, why is it that so much of not just quote-unquote fancy music, but classical music especially, revolves around these Germanic areas? That's so strange. Golly gee whiz, I wonder if anybody has studied that. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a dick, I'm just like, yeah, that's an interesting thought. Where is the guy? Isn't he normally here? How lost am I right now? Okay, you know what? Let's just go straight to the church and see if Eleonora spawns. There we go. Okay, right here. Boop. Glances nervously at white supremacism in classical music. Dude, the shit I would hear in my, like, because you have classes. This is more my undergraduate than my graduate, because my graduate was like a bigger school and it was honestly just better funded. You know, you would hear shit where it's like, oh, there's 5 of us, we're all white, and I'm like, yeah, you just said the bad word. I've been in a comp studio and heard somebody say the hard R, and nobody flinched, and I was like, I don't feel safe right now. Yeah, it was a oof. Like, it was definitely one of those, like, hang on, wait, did that guy just say the thing that I thought he said? And then, like, I sat down and was like, oh, he said the thing I thought he said. Uh-oh. Hey, we got the thing. Okay. No dragon summoning for you. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Okay, wait, hold on. How many? Not even close. Okay, let's go back here. All right. Yeah, stairs and colonialism. Yeah, there you go. I know it's difficult to try and imagine. Have I played all the Soulsborne games? I've played everything except for I've played everything except for Demon Souls. Dark Souls was my first. I went through Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I finished Vanilla Bloodborne, but I haven't played the DLC, and I know it's a meme. I've been kind of just waiting for it to come out on PC, and it hasn't. And then I started Sekiro, but I just couldn't get into it. I know everyone's like, that's sacrilegious. It's the best one. Like, I know a lot of people really like Sekiro, but I just couldn't get into it, and I very much feel like I'm missing out, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. Composers you'd recommend? I would say, like, right now, I think my favorite film composer is John Powell, who did How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda, some others. I would say take a look at him. He does some really fucking good stuff. And if anybody tells you you can't, just know that I presented his work in a graduate class, specifically on advanced tonal analysis. So that doesn't mean anything to anybody, so be it. We don't deal enough damage and I don't have enough mana. Okay. Okay. This. Ow. Okay, we are still shielded. Yeah, ha. If you could not heal, that would be great. Yeah. Wow, it one-shot me. Holy shit. Wow. That didn't that didn't go well. Isn't Sekiro the hardest? I don't know. I mean, it very well might be. I'm not trying to like say this or that. Sarah got me another Crab's Treasure for Christmas, and I've been meaning to get around to it. You don't want to play Elden Ring until the hype dies down. You're talking to the wrong guy. I love this game. This game is a shit ton of fun. I don't necessarily, like, honestly, in my head, I see this as like Dark Souls 4. You know? Heart of Soulsborne's the first one you played. I would agree with that 100%. But yeah, I really see this as like Dark Souls 4. I dig it. I really like this game. And yeah, I would say pick it up, especially because Night Rain is about to come out. And like, if you want to play it while it's not crazy hype, fucking the streamers and Twitch are gonna go absolutely ham with it. It's like a Dark Souls BR. It's gonna be a circus. And so, like, a part of me doing these streams and a part of me playing this game in particular is like I'm de-rusting, right? Because it's super easy to kind of like fall out of practice in these games. Elden Ring is Dark Souls 2 too. There you go. Good final boss songs that go hard. Jeez, I don't know. It really depends on the context. Like I hate that I keep saying that, but it's like it's kind of the truth. Yeah, like if I wasn't doing Elden Ring, I would really want to do like, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Oxygen Not Included. Like it was the spring summer sale. Jesus, it was the spring Steam sale, and I got all the DLC for Oxygen Not Included. I've been no-lifing it. It's like there's a point where it almost becomes like an idle game, and it's so fun. MSG5. Yeah, I mean, I literally played that game for like an hour and then I just put it down. Like if I was gonna suggest have like boss music, I would say it would have to be something that you've referenced earlier on in the game, so that it would be significant instead of just like, this is something I think is epic. That would be like, I think the only advice I could really give. I don't know how many I need. Let's just stick with this for now. Yeah, it is super cool seeing Dungeons and Dragons be as like popular as it is, because man, when I was younger, it made me such a fucking loser. Oh, I need 4s. Oh shit. Oh, 8-bit! Yeah. 9 Souls. Yeah, everybody's talking about 9 Souls. I gotta check it out. Let's see. 4s. Okay, that should be enough. You have a D&D campaign with your friends. That's pretty cool. I feel the same way about Critical Role that I feel about fan fiction. Let Me Land, right? It's a lot. There's so much of it. And I'm like, I don't know that I can sit here and invest that many hours into something. You know what I mean? I don't have anything else. Okay. Actually, we're 3 levels away from being able to use this. I don't think I want to... Or do I want to upgrade this? I don't know. How many can I buy? Okay. Yeah, you got it. Here we go. It's just it's a lot. It's like trying to play catch up. You know, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna have to sell something. Is this enough, sir? Thank you. Should we preemptively upgrade? Where the fuck is the thing I'm looking for? Oh, no? Okay. So this relies on Somber. We have... Let's see. 1, 2... We're missing 3. Oh, we could fully upgrade it. Ooh, if we got a 3. Okay, that's going to be our goal then. We need to level 3 more times, and we need to get a Somber 3. Somber 3's got to be easy. Yeah, Dimension 20, the whole thing. I'm out. I'm totally out of the loop. Is there something where I can just pick it up off the ground? Let's see. North of the 4 belfries. Okay. No, yeah, and like I was looking into D&D version 5, which is like what we're on now, right? Like don't let me don't leave me hanging. And the D&D I was the most familiar with growing up was version 3 and 3.5. I have almost every single 3.5 book like still with me. It's and like I love the theory crafting from that system. It's really great. And so yes, like looking into like version 5 with like the subclasses, I'm like, I don't hate it. I'm not mad. It's just I don't know. Okay. Like I really liked comboing prestige classes, and subclasses don't lend themselves to that as easily. There should be a grace up here, right? I really hope there's a way to get down from here other than having to fight those trolls. Yeah, like as you get older, it gets way harder to schedule stuff. Absolutely. I mean, everything I know about 3.5, that's the thing is like for me, 3.5 is the default D&D. That was my default D&D, and so everything else is a deviation from it. So I don't know that you had to multi-class, but it was definitely something that made it enjoyable. Like I didn't have a problem with that if that's what we're talking about. Okay, let's go south from here. My SNL class. Yeah, Sarah still wants me to tell you guys about my history of opera class, the absolute circus. Yeah, that's something I remember. That was one of the big reasons I fell out of, or not a big reason, but that was definitely one of the reasons I fell out of D&D. Is going from version 3.5 to then version 4, where it's like, oh, they don't have all the alignments. Like, there's all kinds of weird restrictions. I'm just like, this isn't fun. Oh yeah, everybody's favorite season of SNL is when they, yeah. No, I loved 3.5 and coming up with all kinds of goofy builds. There were so many funny things you can do with it, which like I really valued. Where the hell is this somber 3? Oh god. There's supposed to be, I just read, there's supposed to be a somber smithing stone 3 on a cliff somewhere around here? North of the 4 belfries. Well, I am north of the 4 belfries. Or the belfries, whichever. Yeah, and I mean that's really what attracted me to 3.5 was that there are so many books where you could literally do pretty much anything you wanted. I loved that. That to me was a feature, not a bug. But I could also see it getting very overwhelming very quick. Like I'll be the first one to recognize it's like having to carry or reference an extra book just because there's one item in that book like that. Yeah, that's a little inconvenient. Well, this isn't working. I'm gonna run. That's the grace. Shit, man, where is it? I must be missing something. Taco Bell freeze. It says there's a cliff on the northern side. It's just a smithing zone 3. Like, if it's this much of a pain, I'll just go get the fucking bell bearing. Aw, that's really sweet, Dina Drake, sorry. Donating your books. I'm not strong enough. Again, ask Sarah, I'm not strong enough. Oh, Oh, dude, fucking Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 kicks ass, dude. Holy shit. I played that game to death. I 100%ed it multiple times. I got every ending. I did every run. I went crazy with it. It is so much fun. I don't remember the last time I had that much fun playing a video game based off of like a D&D-esque system. It was sick. Bled It Dry, absolutely. So much fun. There are all kinds of like broken builds that like made the game funny. All kinds of like carrying just a shit ton of like powder kegs with you and throwing them at random people. I mean, I don't remember the last time, like, I don't think this happened to me since I was like a child, where like I would play a game and completely lose track of time. Just totally be like, I have no idea what time it is. I don't like you start playing and then the sun starts rising and you're like, hold on, wait, it's only like 5 p.m. Like I went crazy with Baldur's Gate. I remember I did like a monk build because there was some well, this isn't what I was expecting. Excuse me, sirs. Oh, give me a minute. There was like a monk wisdom build where like one of the subclasses like kind of they fucked up. And they're like, oh, you can add your wisdom to your unarmed damage. And so that like wisdom modifier just absolutely shredded bosses. And then there's that trident you can get from the genie, the elemental, the djinn or whatever, at the fair in the third act, and you can throw it and it always comes back to you. That was super fucking useful too. You can build a strength build around that. I didn't know that you could guard counter spells. That's cool to know. Where is this fucking rock? Alright, let's just go on here. Is this it? Is this where the rock is? No, because I feel like the wiki would bring up that it was in a camp. Let's see. On a ledge north of the belfries. And over here. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, throwing barbarian build with the genie trident. That one was good. Oh, what was it? It was, shit! We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine? Hey, we lived. Okay. Yes, Tavern Brawler. That was the feat that was like busted. I can't remember why, but it was like, yeah, Tavern Brawler, and then you would go Barbarian, and then you could throw that trident, and it was just disgusting. Like, just terrible things happened, and it was all your fault. Like, it was so much fun. Dude, Dina, that's super cool that you have so many of those books. I'm like jealous. It's like shit. No, I limited myself to 3.5 because if I don't limit myself, I'm just gonna keep buying books until the cows come home, you know? Okay, let's see. We have, what do we need? See, now we're at that point where we need like just a shit ton of runes, to the point where it's just more effective to like farm a boss to try and get to where we need to go. Yeah, no, Drake, I'm in a very similar position. Yeah. Yeah, throw the spear 12 times in one turn. Yeah. There's that. There's all kinds of crazy broken stuff you could do with a rogue sneak attacks. I remember reading 135 build where it was like it was like level 1 rogue, but then it took all of these prestige classes and each of the prestige classes gave you +1 sneak attack on level 1. But because there were so many prestige classes that gave you an extra d6 on sneak attack, by the end of the build, it was something like a sneak attack would do like 30 something d6 worth of damage. Like it was the build was literally called Fistful of d6. Like if you look up Fistful of d6, that's what it was. And it was just how do you max out the d6 damage? It was a cool a cool one to read. There's that. Oh god, there was one in Races of Stone. It was so in Races of Stone, it's all about like it's all about dwarves and no, not dwarves. Races of Destiny, Races of Stone. I can't remember. It was the one with Goliaths in it. I think that's Races of Stone. Oh, whoa, 50 bits from Maya Yikes. Hi! You got an A star in your music exam. Awesome, congratulations. Nice! It's great to hear. I know that's like kind of a big deal, right? So, good job. I never really DM'd, and like the games that I played, we never really took serious. No, so there was a book, I think it's Races of Stone, with Goliaths in it. And so Goliaths are basically just large humans with some modifiers to it. And so what this build did, and why this build was just so insane, was there was a prestige class in that book called, like, Hulking Hurler, or something like that. I think that's what it was called. And basically the whole premise was, you're a Goliath. You're fucking huge. You're gonna like pick up boulders and chuck them at people. You know, like you're gonna look at a horse-drawn carriage and be like, cool, ammo, right? And the whole point of the prestige class was to basically amplify that damage. And so like, I want to see if I remember all the feats, but there's a class ability for the Hulking Hurler that's throw anything. And so like, it doesn't have to be a weapon, and you can add your strength modifier to it. And then, I can't remember what, but they did something so that they had like it was like a ranged grapple. There's some other feat in some book or item or something, but it was a ranged grapple. Obviously really good. But then there is a feat called Throw Ally. And so the idea is like, if you have a gnome and a Goliath on your team, you can have the Goliath chuck the gnome, right? And you could do all kinds of crazy repositioning, crazy amounts of damage. It was really good. It was really good. And then, I can't remember all of them. I think one of them was called, one of these feats is called like Shock Trooper. Which was like, whenever you deal damage, you can immediately charge in the same round. And then it took one of the, what's the book? It's the I can't remember what it is. It's the one with the initiator classes, like the martial spell casters. Tome of Battle, I think it was. And what this class did was it made it so that you could bounce things that you threw, so they would immediately come back to your hand. Yeah. Throw ally. Yeah. So what this build did, right, was you would play as this hulking hurler, and you would basically grab people, throw them against the wall, which would deal all kinds of damage because you could bull rush them. So you would like bull rush them, knock them over, immediately be able to grab them, throw them against the wall, bounce them off the wall, and then catch them. And then you could throw them at their allies, and you would hit the allies so hard that the allies would slam against the wall. And that was like a big part of the mechanically. That was like one of the principal ways they did damage. And so you basically you could like smash down a wall, because it was one of the benefits of the bull rush, or the fucking just one of the feats. You could rush down a group of enemies in a room, and you could throw them at each other and catch them and just basically like high-a-lie your way through a whole group, and it just dealt absolutely absurd amounts of damage. Like, you could literally take out 5 or 6 people at an equal level in like 1 or 2 rounds. It was like it's one of those like mythical builds that's genuinely broken and you shouldn't play, but it's a shit ton of fun. There was actually, I'm gonna do this for no reason. Oh, that works. Yeah. So you were basically just playing like dodgeball. You were just like chucking people back and forth and slamming them into each other and bouncing. It was like crazy. There's another build, but it was off of like the magic of Incarnum, and this is where D&D got like really weird. So like the whole point of the magic of Incarnum is that you had to commit yourself to one of the alignment extremes, so good, evil, lawful, or chaotic, and then you were basically that alignment incarnate, and so you could channel like chaotic. You could channel like chaotic souls and turn them into an item called a soul meld that you then invested essentia in, and you bound them to your chakra. I'm not kidding. All of this is completely true. Right? It was very, very complicated, and super easy to break. But there was one build by a class called a totemist, and the whole point of the totemist was that they were basically incarnates, but for animals. So instead of channeling human souls or whatever, you were channeling like animals. So you could get like boots of a land shark kind of thing, or like the feet of a land shark. I'm gonna get fucking destroyed. You could get like what was functionally a unicorn horn almost. It's kind of like a geomancer, if you know Masters of the Wild or Complete Divine. Okay, I almost died there, but I made it. Yeah, you understand them in like out of context, but like together it doesn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. It sounds like you're having a stroke. You're like, wait, hold on. So, yeah. So that, no. So this totemist, the way that they would do it is like there was some soul meld that basically gave you wings and it let you fly, right? Like, okay, one of the like just to give you an idea of exactly how broken it was, one of the totemist's soul melds, which I always use, like I would always get 2 levels in totemist just so I can run these soul melds. One of them is called the blink shirt. So, if you know what the blink dog is, the blink dog is like a neutral, good, intelligent creature in D&D, and they blink, right? In D&D, blink has meant many different things. Like you might think of blink from League of Legends, where you like teleport a short distance. In blinking in 3.5 meant that you like kind of phase out of reality just a little bit temporarily, right? And if you want to think of like a Misty Step in version 5, it was something called Dimension Door, where it just like literally teleport, right? So the thing about the Blink shirt is that you basically made a shirt out of what looked to be Blink Dog hide. One of the things about the Totemist is that they had an extra chakra slot they can open up called their Totem Chakra. And so if you bound the Blink shirt to your Totem Chakra, the shirt would like go up your like neck and you get like canine ears kind of thing. But it let you cast Dimension Door at will and as a move action. So if you have this soul meld and you don't bind it to your Totem Chakra, it lets you cast Dimension Door functionally at will, but it's your full action. If you bind it to your totem, you can cast Blink or Dimension Door whenever you want to at will as your move action, and then attack afterwards. which is like unspeakably broken. And so then like the number of essentia that you invest in it increased the distance that you could teleport. So by level 8, right, if you have the right items and it's the right build, you can teleport 80 feet in any direction at will as a move action and then do something afterwards. Yeah. So that's like that was basically how it worked. And so like needless to say, that is crazy broken. Yeah. It was wild. That and then there was one class, and I remember I was like, this is the goofiest thing ever. There was one class in I think it's just the regular Psionics handbook, not complete Psionics. It's just in the regular expanded Psionic handbook, called the Elocator. And I think it was at level 2, they got an ability called Scorn Earth. And what happens is they start floating 1 foot off the ground, right? 1 foot, the measurement, not like they have 1 foot off the ground. They float 12 inches off the ground permanently. So they just fucking float. They always have to be within a foot of some sort of stable surface, right? But that's just it. They fucking float now. And if they get farther than 1 foot away from the ground, they just move slower. So you could cross water slower than regular, like you take a little bit of a move penalty. You could like go up walls, on ceilings. It was absurd. Oh yeah, no. The only people that I could play D&D with were like very much trying to break the game as much as possible. But yeah, like some of those items are absolutely crazy. Like one of the, like there was one item that was like, it's just super stupid. It was in Psionics. I don't know, stupid, but like definitely overpowered. It was called the, I'm not gonna get it right. Like the Annulus, I think. And so it was like this disc, right? It looked like a donut. And it was a super uber crazy legendary epic item. But it was like the single most powerful anti-psionic item in the whole game, the whole everything, right? And so the whole idea is that like if you're holding it, you could just shut off psionics within like a 200-foot radius of yourself. Just like, oh, you're psionic, poof, not anymore. Sorry, not sorry. And there's no counter, there's no will check, it's just poof, gone. Right? That alone is really powerful, but if you like sat down with it and focused or whatever you had to do, I can't remember exactly what it is, but the whole gist of it was if you like sit with this item and focus on it, like really manifest with it for like 10 solid rounds, it immediately vaporizes anything and anyone's psionic within like a 200-mile radius. It just like I think the description was literally they turn to ash. Like it just Thanos snaps everyone and everything psionic, and as a consequence of doing that, the item destroys itself. And so like I used to really love playing psionic characters. Like it was just something I liked doing. And so whenever like the DM got pissed with me, it would just be like, oh, someone somewhere used this item, it's gone. And also there's no more psionics anywhere in this city. You cannot do if you do a psionic, there will be no resources for you. You'll be completely on your own. Nobody's gonna sell you any items because they're all fucking gone. And it's like, okay, you could have just brought this up to me when we started. That's fine. See, The Witcher is something I gotta get into. I've never played a Witcher game. And I have Witcher 3 and Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on my Steam account. Like, I bought them at a sale at some point. I literally just haven't gotten around to them. The singing really freaked me out the first time I got here. But yeah, everybody says I gotta try out The Witcher. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things. Sarah and I watched the first season and the second season. I'm actually not sure now. We definitely watched it, and I don't like. I'm like, work with me here. I don't remember it being bad, so I don't think we watched whatever season it started to go bad or like off the rails or not a part of the book. Yeah, no, I've heard like I've heard that it's like one of the top 10 greatest games of all time, and I don't know why I'm not playing it. Yeah, like I've heard that it's really gone off the rails. Yeah, and I've heard all kinds of like conflicting accounts and conflicting everything that, like, oh, apparently Henry Cavill's really difficult to deal with, or oh, he wanted to keep it to the book, so it's not really his fault. And it's like, guys, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't tell me the truth, I don't know who to believe. Okay, listen, Mr. Dragon, I'm trying to read chat, so if you could just not hit me and hit my friends, that would be great. Yeah. Oh my god. Please stop. Sarah and I, we watched Severance. We're current with Severance. That was kind of like our big obsession for a little while there. Yeah, and then, oh, we watched the first season of House of Dragon and then we stopped. And we saw the first season of Rings of Power and then we stopped. Because Sarah's read all the books. And so, like, and also Sarah's like a huge Lord of the Rings fan. So there's like a point where it was like, hey, we can't watch this anymore. It's going to give Sarah a stroke. Am I only going to be able to level once from that? Shit. Hey, it's Old Ghost. How's it going? Sarah-based. Sarah's very much a Puritan when it comes to those books. Specifically Lord of the Rings and then A Song of Ice and Fire. Okay, I got 2 more levels I need. I do stream, yeah. Oh, you recommended your friends are high school music teachers. Oh, shit. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love your name, Yeet the Cheese. It's a great name. Yep. Also, we had no plans of going to Denver Comic-Con or whatever it's called now. But apparently Gimli is going to be there. Obviously not Gimli, the actor who plays Gimli, but Gimli's going to be there. Just now Sarah's going like, ah, shit, we might have to go. And it's like, the one thing that would be kind of nice about it is now I technically qualify for ADA. So we wouldn't have to like wait in line for anything. And we get the best seats. Yeah, Sarah does need more signatures, exactly. Okay, we're running out of field bosses. Oh, good night, Nikki. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's gotta be, it's gotta be like midnight over there? Damn. On a school night, nonetheless? Dude, I am hungry. I have not eaten. I had like breakfast. I had a bagel for breakfast, and now I'm like really hungry. Ooh, actually, we do need to go over here. Oh, I'm glad I did this. Okay. Oh. You hurt my horse! Okay, this is not going super smooth. You do psychotherapy? That's really cool. What am I thinking for dinner? Oh, it's gonna be like a dinner of champions. It's gonna be like pizza or McDonald's. Like I'm thinking crazy low effort. Like, Sarah's been having a week at work, so like neither one of us is gonna really cook. I'm trying to, like, we've literally been trying to fix my back and all of my back problems that I'm having, because like I'm having like a lot of trouble standing right now. Like I can't actually like stand, which is not good. Like literally just on my feet. And so Sarah's just like, man, one of the reasons I really want you to be able to stand again is so that you can cook for me. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I miss my cooking too. Sometimes I crave like my own food and I feel so narcissistic.
Oh, mountain of fire.
Pierogies and onions. I don't know, we might go somewhere. You ever like go to Trader Joe's for dinner and you just get something? Game, let me off the horse. Oh my god, okay. And talk. There we go.
I hardly think I've been made take it.
Yeah, we might just like DoorDash and watch
I
something.
won't be able to
Have a
tell
nice
how
night
far
in.
above the
Your grocery store has good sushi? Ooh, nice.
Perhaps there's an old saying above the loft.
Oh, it's certified sleepy time in northern Finland? Man, stay warm. I've always wanted to visit Finland. But yeah, thanks for coming in, Ocom. I really appreciate it. That's so nice. Sleep well. What kind of food is Trader Joe's? It's marketed as very like organic and healthy and vegan, you know, very like granola-y. But they do have some good stuff. Like every once in a while you just go around there and like they just have like, they have some like really gnarly like sea salt, rock salt chocolate chip cookies that are like really fucking good. I dig those. You know, and then like the other thing is because it's Trader Joe's, they have like vegan and like low calorie alternatives to a lot of stuff, which is great. Oh, is that what Aldi is in Germany? Okay. I thought Aldi was more of like a general grocery store. I wouldn't know. Sorry. I really want to get back on the, like, I really want to get back on the horse of, like, making videos, and then I want to, like, do collabs. And I want to, like, travel, you know? Because I've never been to, like, a con as Sideways. I've been to many cons as myself, and I blend in as another fat nerd, but I think it'd be really cool to be able to, like, go to a con and, like, meet somebody, meet people, collab, talk to content creators. Because, like, I don't even speak to content creators in, like, Discord or shit like that. Like, I don't know anybody. I really need to, like, get out there. What kind of panel would I like to do? Fuck. Oh. I don't know. Maybe faceless? Like, making, like, faceless YouTube videos? Because it's got its challenges. It also has its advantages. You know, that's one thing that happens whenever I see a ContraPoints video, because we brought up ContraPoints, is like, when I fuck up a take, right, I don't even have to put pants on. I can just immediately swing my mic arm over, do another take. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Do another take, and then boom, I'm done, right? Like, I can throw that recording in the video, it'll work 9 times out of 10, and if it doesn't, it takes almost zero effort to re-record it. You know, like, I'm not kidding. Like, if I lean back and my chair squeaks in the middle of a take, I could just completely redo it. Contra, bless her, has these crazy, and I'm saying this in a good way, right? Make that very clear. Has these like crazy, intricate like sets and backdrops and makeup and costumes and hair and like all this stuff, and it looks sick. Don't get me wrong, right? But, like, if you fuck up a take, what do you do? Right? It's like, if you fuck up the take, I mean, I imagine that you gotta kind of, like, try to be funny about it and be like... Because I did this in one of my videos where, like, I had, like, a really big problem and, like, editing it just wasn't gonna be worth it. So I was like, hey, editing Sideways here. I had a whole section about talking about blank, 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 and I just didn't feel like it. But yeah, like that's something that I always think of whenever like with Jenny Nicholson, I imagine it'd be a little bit easier just because all of her sets tend to be like her in her room or a room that looks like her room, you know? Yeah, it might have been I think it might have been like Miz. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so like that's like one of the big advantages. Like one of the disadvantages is it's like people can watch one of my videos and then not realize that I'm a content creator and just be like, oh, this is just like one-off random dude. As opposed to like, oh, I'm looking at so-and-so's face in the thumbnail on the camera. I now like affiliate this as an H. Bomber Guy video or you know, whoever, right? Hey. Where was I? Yeah, no, so like that's one of like the big disadvantages of doing the whole faceless thing, but it's a pretty big advantage, especially when you want to do the whole Contra thing. Upload a blooper reel? My blooper reels are sad. My blooper reels are like me mispronouncing something, right? And then me mispronouncing it like several times and getting really frustrated with myself. Just like, oh, come on, just, and like trying to get it out, not getting it out, trying to get it out, not getting, you know. I highly doubt they would be fun to listen to. Highly doubt. No. Contra has been doing this for a while, and like I imagine she has some sort of like really sophisticated this or that, or like, you know, she's always doing multiple takes, or she has elements of the script that she's reading that she might not be certain of, but maybe she can include later. I don't know. I mean, like I'm not putting it past her. She obviously has it like figured out. But just yeah, like that's what I see every time I see a content creator doing like a skit or like there's a costume or there's something like that. I'm like, what happens if you're recording and you're you're editing and you're going through the recording and you find a mistake? What do you do? How do you do it? Yeah, but that's just me. That and then like the science YouTubers, you know, like a Nile Red. It's like that would just freak me out. It's like, what happens if you do this, but then there's like an accident? Like, uh-oh. I'm now filming myself creating mustard gas. Shit. Right? Rotoscoping? Yeah, I mean, you could try it. If you have like days and weeks. Okay. I fought against so many of those in PvP that like you kind of just have it down. Drink your Estus flask. Alright. Don't drink your Estus flask. I'm not your dad. Okay. Rivers of Blood, Mask, some souls. Okay, I just need to level up one more time. I don't know how I'm going to do that though. Am I at plus 12 yet? Yeah, plus 12. Okay, so that's the maximum the flasks can heal ya. VTuber stuff. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know what my VTuber model would be. Like, I could just have it be the logo, but I feel like that'd be a little creepy, you know? Yeah, VTubing has gotten, like, fucking crazy, though. Like, I thought Hatsune Miku was a lot. Then you look at, like, what these VTubers are doing, and you're like, I mean, is it real? It's technically real, I suppose. Like, there's nothing really you could say about it that isn't. It's just, it's a lot. It's kind of wild. Alright, what's another good field boss that we could take down to get some runes? Do we just want to go for Rykard? I think we do. Fuck it, let's just send it. It was just like a PNG tuber. I mean, that'd be really easy. I just have like the sideways logo light up when I'm talking, you know. Could do that. That'd be easy. I don't even know how you would like model that. I mean, I haven't done anything on Blender before, but I have done a little bit of 3ds Max. And so, like, I feel like maybe some of those skills could sort of maybe, like, I understand what Boolean is and what Boolean terms are, both in like modeling and encoding. So like I don't know, maybe that'll help a little bit. I mean, I see like one streamer that Sarah and I love to watch all the time is Pumpkin Potion. She's got the like 1920s rubber hose black and white animation style. Man, we love her streams. We watch her all the time. But she's got the full mocap, like her legs, her head, obviously her mouth and her face, but then like her hands, her arms, her knees, her hips. It's like it's like a whole setup, and it's crazy cool. But like I don't know how I would do that. You know, like how would you put that into a stream? Like get yourself like a VTuber model, and then I don't know, like go into VR chat and break out a whiteboard and then teach a lesson or two. That could be fun. Oh, I know there are some insanely talented people out there. Oh, like I have been looking into it. Don't get me wrong, because it's cool. It's very cool. It's different. It's weird, but it's cool, right? Like I've been looking into it. I wouldn't even know where to start. You know, like who would you talk to, and why would you talk to that person over anybody else? You know. All right. Pray for me. I hope this works. Russian Badger. There you go. Man, I love Russian Badger's videos. He is so fucking funny. Him and his whole group, like Heavenly has like really been streaming a lot more. I watch him all the time. Oh, cool. I might be shafted. Ow! We should technically be getting a lot of value out of Night Maiden's Mist. Just because he is so immobile, but this sucks. Okay, there's no way none of that hit me. Just hold still. Ow! You confused Russian Badger with Soviet normal. Ow. Yeah, there's no way I got this. Alright, we'll have to do it their way and use the fucking stick. I really gotta get those rune backs though. The runes back. That's kind of a big deal there. Let's see, can I even use it? Where is it? Where are you? Hey, there we go. 0 requirements. Hell yeah. And I'm heavy rolling. Fuck yeah. Oh god, this is not good. Nope. Hang on. Well, no, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's see here. Okay, my clone, go forth, fight, do good. I need my runes back though, before I get hit and 2-shot. Oh wait, fuck. There we go. Ah, shit. No, don't poison me. How am I missing? I have this thing and I'm missing. Fuck. That's got something, right? Jesus, I'm getting hit like a freight train. Okay. Hey, there we go. Let me see that face. Oh, of course you can't. I didn't realize you can't parry the... Or riposte? Whatever the fuck it is. Hey! 1! Right, like the count. Okay. Buddy, if you could two-hand that, we would deal a lot more damage. Alright. Nope. Still missed. Cool. Alright, we suck. That's something. Okay, the sword's always weird because it hits the ground, then it hits you. It like slides on the ground. It's like a thing. Oh! So it's I could never get into Arma. Like I tried playing Arma, and it was just too much of like it was like bearings, you know. And I'm like I don't know. Like I'm not military. I'm not interested in hiking. You know. Just put me on like Call of Duty or Halo. I'm not saying that makes me better or anything like that. It's just not my speed. The one thing I do love seeing on Reddit are those people who are like, I have 3,000 hours in Arma. Am I prepared for basic training? It's like, dude, no. You're too detached from reality to be in the military. Okay, now I can finally use this. And then staff loss. And then my scorpion ring. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Very pretty anime boy. That would be the last thing I chose to do. Sorry, anime is just not my thing. I'm got nothing against it. It's just not for me. Sock puppets of different composers. I mean, what if it was like sock puppet, like PNG tubers of different composers? That could be fun. Boop. Yeah, let's level you. Oh, wait. I want to know, can I do this yet? How much do you need? 70? Fine. Don't like it, but fine. Let's visit What's His Nuts and see if we can get more ice spells. Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. It's a force of habit. Sorry, I was going through my tabs while I was on the loading screen. Okay, let's go to Creepy Puppet Guy and get more spells. Yeah, this way. Let's see. I did the quest. I don't want the magic concoction from him because I just don't care. I could Moonlight Greatsword this build. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. It's not my favorite int weapon. It's not my favorite int Greatsword, but if they're just gonna hand it to me, who am I to say no?
It's finally give it to
Damn it.
the she might do.
Wait, okay. Boop. 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 Ice crack. Okay. Cool. Now, ooh, a way around this. We could just go here. Here? Shit, I don't remember. Nope, that's not it. It's Secret Ground. Fuck. Is this it? Did I even unlock that? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. This is where I want to be. Oh, and I have spinning weapon now. Ooh. Let's give it a shot. It spins. Okay. Sorry. I can hear Sarah coming home. Sarah's home. Hi. Sarah just came home, guys. Everybody say hi to Sarah. This is a different build from Unga Bunga. We still have Unga Bunga, but I wanted to start a mage build. So this is my just like full int no lifing build. Try to get to the point where I could just like use moon sorcery using nothing else. Sarah, say hi.
Hi, everyone. Give the cats their treat.
You gotta prove that I'm real. Yeah, when Sarah gets home, the cats always get treats.
They scream at you if you don't give it to them.
They do scream at you if you don't give it to them. Okay, so we got this. Now we can teleport back to Ronnie, and then this will kill Selvis. No, not the same save. It's a different save. I'm running multiple different characters at the same time. I have my strength build. I have this, which is my intelligence build. I have an arcane build where I'm using nothing but dragon incantations. And then I have my hepatitis build, which is... I've got 2 weapons that are doing poison, scarlet rot, bleed, and frostbite all at the same time. So each weapon has 2 of those, and I'm moving forward with that. Okay. No. Talk.
Not even in my slumber. It is in my thanks soon. My thanks. A strange. I am certain. I must thank you. May leave now. It was but.
Sorry, I wanted to be really sure I didn't give her the
Is it?
poison.
I too. What is it? I too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no. Well, so the thing is I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to de-rust from for no, I just almost jumped off. For Night Rain, the BR, because if I pick that up and I stream it and I just like suck, it'd be really embarrassing. So I don't want to do that. Okay, we have upgraded everything. Hopefully, let's see. Can we do this and not aggro anyone? Yes. Ooh. Okay. Let's put some heavier gear on. No. See, if we kill this... So, okay, so now I upgraded, so maybe we can take another stab at this boss. If we kill this boss, I get to go to the DLC, and that's everything I wanted. But first, we have to kill this guy. And he's a dick. Sorry. Alright. Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Hopefully we deal more damage now. Yeah, we do. Okay, that's like almost double. Holy shit. We're still barely tickling him, but it's something. Ow! I was almost like, haha, you missed me, but he didn't. That fucking sucks. He's gonna throw it at me. Yep. Fucking getting hit by everything here. Yeah, fucking wail on him. You're doing great, clone. Wait, yeah, he's gonna hold still here. Okay, cool. Oh shit! My mimic died! Alright! Time to be a real gamer! Okay, we could do this. I just jinxed myself. Sir, I've noticed that everything he does fire and bleed damage. It's a little inconsiderate. Oh my god, no, I'm almost dead! Cameron, why did you unlock? What did I push? Ow, sir. That's a little inconsiderate. He's gonna hit me. It's everywhere! Sir, I don't feel safe right now, sir. Oh shit, I'm out of heals! Alright. YOLO! YOLO! Hey! Does that count? That's gotta count. Do I get the souls? Oh, come on. That's gotta count. We're so close. No! Ah! Fuck! Oh, we were so close. Pain, nothing but pain. Suffering, agony even. Let's see. Frost and Bloodlust. Well, why not, right? Let's actually take that off, put that on. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, into the woods agony moment. Exactly. You feel my pain. You know what I'm going through. So close. What does your shirt say? Somebody's feral wife? Definitely deal less damage. Pain is the word that comes to mind, yes. I was so close. Okay, let's do this. He's healing for a lot. Fuck, I might actually just not have enough mana. He gets so much more aggressive in the second phase. Like, there have been times when I've just tried to burn him down in the transition. Sort of like a wannabe speedrunner almost. I really don't think I have enough mana for this. Yeah, I don't. Shit. I need to redo my flasks! Night shard! Oh, of course it doesn't reach. Well, there's nothing I can do. I gotta fucking go back to fucking Grace. Let's do this. Not totally out of ideas. Okay. Let's see. We don't want you. We want you. I don't really need that. That will just kill us. Let's see. Are there any edges I could give myself? Ooh, this one has better guard. Okay. Maybe there's a better robustness armor. I'm not really dealing with bleed though, so it's not too bad. Pain is indeed the word that's coming to mind. Oh, I wonder if I could do this. Ow! Well, that was a waste. Excuse me while I dodge something that isn't there. I try to be a little bit more economic with my mana. Why was the mimic using the fucking spinning move? The skill on the weapon? Okay, let's do this. Heal. No, unload! Oh my god, what is that? Oh, it's the fan kicking on. Oh my god, okay. Uh-oh. Oh my god, it one-shot me. Huh. I guess he's not weak to magic. Huh. Alright, well we're gonna have to level some, which sucks. But that's okay. Might have to see what he's weak to. Oh wait, isn't he weak to frost stuff? I wonder. What if we did this? Well, I just got that, and I've got this. What else could work? And no, I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. Hi, Greenlee. How you doing? What's the best way to support me, dude? You don't have to worry about it. You just come and hang out. That's all I need. That's honestly great. Like, seriously, you don't have to support me in any other way. Your subs mean more than anything, really. Okay. Actually, I'm going to swap my flasks. Boop. There we go. Because I was burning through mana. Okay. I remember him being weak to frost damage or cold damage, or you could frostbite him really easily or something like that. Okay. Well, see, now I'm really excited to get to Renala, because in this build, we're on track to get all 3 moon sorceries. I gotta do the Ronnie quest, which means flipping that tower upside down. But then, other than that, we're pretty good. Alright, let's do it. Oh, thank you so much, Phantom. I really appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you. No, I drank the wrong one. Shit. Well, let's hope. It looks just like the other spell. Okay, this one doesn't track as easily. Oh god, I'm doing no damage. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. Well, that was a clutch heal. Oh! Oh! Yeah, the other spells definitely did more damage. I don't know, maybe if he like used fire on himself, thawed himself out, we could frostbite him again? Oh, I might be eating my words, hold on. Oops. Okay, let's give him a misting. And let's go for it. Okay, he's a little bit faster in phase 2, so this could be a problem. Let's see. Aha! You missed! I know what you're thinking. Is it a good idea to provoke the guy who's been killing you? Of course. Ooh, 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 ooh! Kick him in the dick! I thought that was him. Oh my god. Oh, he's... Oh, are you just thinking about life? Am I too far away?
I can see it. As clear as day.
Fucking did it! First try! Give me old dick twist. See, easy. See, I need to have like a little stream deck, and then we can push dick twist whenever I beat somebody. See? That's some family-friendly content creation, right? Easy. First try, really no work at all when you get down to it, right? Let me get my old spells back. I feel naked without them. I suppose we could get the hat and then do more frost damage. That's always there. Hi, Vixenba. How you doing? Let's see. We want more health because we keep getting just absolutely raffle stomped. And then I want more mana. Ooh, we are exactly level 100. Ominous. I've got chills. Can you feel it? Okay, how many more? That's 13. Okay, we need 5 of... We don't have any more of those. Okay. Cool, let's talk to her.
I'm Leda. Touch the width of the realm like on pick like us.
Now I've got chill. Yes, they are, in fact, multiplying. I went through a phase in high school where I would watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show like once or twice a week for a good 6 months. Not necessarily my most emotionally stable half of a year, but it got to the point where I had that show memorized. Like, memorized. Well, we did it. We made it to the DLC. Alright, guys. I'm starving. I don't know why or how it is that my streams keep ending with me going to dinner, but Sarah just came home, and I think we're going to get dinner. And you're sure that you're straight. I'm very happy with Sarah so far. Are you happy?
I'm good to go.
Alright, yeah, no, we're good, so...
I got kitty.
I don't know what label you got to put on stuff, but no, we're good with one another.
I'll keep this one.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You are all amazing. Thank you for the follows, for the subs, for the bits. You guys really are. You guys really are just super kick-ass. I appreciate you all turning up, even though I haven't made a video in forever and a half. You know. So yeah, so I'm still working on making a video, but I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.